Hi, my name is Anna Solding. I am the founder and the publisher at MidnightSun Publishing. I publish everything from children's picture books via middle grade, YA to adult literary fiction. And MidnightSun has been running for about 6 years.
Great. And how did you get into the industry?
It's one of those weird stories. I am a writer. I did a master's and a PhD in creative writing. And my novel, which is a novel in stories, was really well liked. I was shortlisted for some awards for unpublished manuscripts, and but all the publishers said, "Ooh, we love it, but it's not for us," because it's set in Sweden. It's got 5 main characters. It's short stories that are connected. You know, I could see it's not super commercial. And one day I had lunch with a good friend who's an entrepreneur, and he said, "Why don't we start a publishing company?" And I said, "Because we are not crazy." And and so we were. Like, you know, he helped me because he knew how to start a company, and the rest is history. And when the book came out, it got a lot of attention as well because it was a new publisher, and the novel had already been shortlisted for some awards, and then it went on to be longlisted for another few awards. So it did do really well in the end, and word spread. So you know, I was happy that I could do that. Yeah. And then I thought it was fun. So then I wanted to do more.
And can you tell us what your day-to-day working life at the moment is like?
Well, here I am in Armadale. This is a good day at work. Yeah, no, it varies a lot. So this is actually a good indication of what it's like to be a publisher. I travel a lot. This year I've already been to Bologna Book Fair. It's a children's book fair in Italy every year, and London Book Fair. And I've been to a conference in Lisbon. It's a short story conference. So there's a lot of travel involved. But, you know, a normal day at the office, I just go in the morning, sit down, check my email, and often hundreds of emails appear quite quickly, and try to respond to people as I can. I don't tend to do a lot of the reading of the slush pile because I've got an editor who basically wades through, and then she gives me the ones that she thinks I should read. So a lot of people think that's what you do, but that's not a big part of what I do. But I deal with the production of the book. So, you know, I liaise with the author, the illustrator, the designer, the bookkeeper. You know, I'm basically the spider. You know, I'm just kind of checking that the net's still intact and we're going and sending books to print, obviously, and, you know, proofreading and so it does vary a lot. Yeah. And then planning for, you know, I've got my list for 2019. It's all set. I know exactly what's going to come out when. So then I just have to make sure that does happen. So I have to, you know, remind people all the time, you know, where is that illustration? Where, you know, are we doing this editing now? And same, like 2020 is already almost done. Wow. So, yeah.
That's exciting.
It is very exciting.
Really
I know,
exciting.
I love it, but I do new things. I try to, so I don't just do what I already know. I'm really excited about this YA trilogy, fantasy trilogy that I'm doing, and I've never done anything like that because then you can design all the covers at the same time, so they look pretty together, and it's just fun. I learn with every book. You know, there's new things to learn.
And what excites you about a book?
It's often there's a really interesting character. I mean, I'm very much into character. I mean, plot's important, of course, but I love characters. So there have to be good characters in the book. That's what excites me. Because, I mean, I publish short stories. So, you know, I'm not super commercial in that sense. I love short stories. That's part of what I do. You know, I'm the co-founder and the co-director of the Australian Short Story Festival. So I really enjoy that part as well. But, I mean, currently we've got this book called Beneath the Mother Tree, which is by a debut author. And that's really genre bending, and I really enjoy that. You know, people going, what is it? Well, it's part thriller, it's part love story, it's part fantasy. It's just read it. And you know, it's exciting. Yeah.